Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building an apartment for the first time in a little bit. I just really didn't want to build any apartments in the last couple of weeks, and so I finally got a want to do an apartment, and so yesterday morning I did this apartment, and this is the apartment I was supposed to do Friday night, but instead didn't because I built a huge mansion. But that's okay. Mansion was fun, and it really looks beautiful, so very glad I did that. But yesterday morning I broke my rule. My rule is to not build on the weekends, which I've been following for probably at least 6 months at this point, because if I don't take a break, it just really shows in my builds. And so the weekends, I just don't build anything. I do my voiceovers, and that is it. But I broke this because I want to do 4 a week, or 4 builds a week, so I can do the 4 voiceovers. And so that takes me until the Tuesday of the next week. And so that's just kind of the schedule. But if I mess it up and do only 3, then I only have videos until that Sunday. And so I don't have any cushion time if I do indeed forget to do, or if I'm sick. So I want to do 4, and so I did break this rule, and I did build this yesterday morning. But it was fine, and it didn't take me that long, because apartments don't take me very much time at all. Maybe 30 minutes I think this one took. And so it was pretty good, and then I just took the entire day to relax. I talked about this briefly in the last video, but I felt horrible yesterday. Not sick-wise, but mental health-wise. Real fun right there. But I didn't do very much, kind of. You'll hear that in about 2 minutes. You'll hear my story about what I did yesterday. But I built this, and I was having so much fun, and not as much fun as the huge farmhouse I did yesterday, but it was still pretty fun. I went into this building this with no plan at all, because I just kind of wanted to get it done with, so I didn't really have a plan. But then I ended up with this, which is fine, which is actually how most of the times I build this apartment goes. I'm not really sure why, but this apartment just has this kind of industrial brown and black kind of vibe to it. And so that's just kind of what I went with. And this floor plan I've used several times before, but I really enjoyed using this floor plan, so I just went with it, and I thought that was pretty fun because it's simple and it's easy to do, and I could really just do it without trying very hard at all, because I was looking for a more relaxing thing and not, hour-and-a-half farmhouse. Because, I'm only up for big houses when I really want to play Sims, when I really wanted to spend all the rest of the time doing that, and putting all my effort in, and not doing a relaxing thing, because there's different types of builds, and when I'm building is relaxing and big project, and you can definitely tell sometimes when they're relaxing versus big project, but sometimes you can't tell. This one, I guess if I hadn't said anything, this could be a big, fairly, small project, but a lot of effort. But it was just kind of just placing stuff down, doing stuff that looked cute kind of thing, instead of perfectly detailing plans of things and all of that stuff. But that's pretty fun, and that's just basically what I did with this apartment. But now moving on to the things that I did yesterday, because yesterday was probably one of the more eventful things that I've done all week, and that's saying a lot, because I did have a very eventful week with the last couple voiceovers. You've heard that. You don't actually need to watch those videos, so you want to. They're entirely separate, occasions and days that I was talking about. But yesterday, as I said, I was having some real fun, mental health fun things. But the days that I feel the worst, honestly, have the weirdest things that get, accomplished. So yesterday, I moved my furniture, which is really strange because I literally did nothing else that day. I was literally just laying in my bed, just like a pillow, just sitting there, just all day long other than that. But yesterday morning, I fully rearranged my furniture. So I really don't know, because that's what I've been wanting to rearrange my furniture because of the whole room makeover kind of things that has been in the works for a bit. Don't mind that. That was just a garage door. We're just gonna move past that and hope I can finish this voiceover, but I don't think I will be able to. So if there's a big cut, I'll probably explain that later. However, I moved so I have a dresser. It's a 2-part thing, the dresser and then shelves that are kind of connected, they're technically not connected, but they're sticky connected, if that makes any sense. but I did that and I pulled the thing off yesterday, like the top part, and then I moved my dresser from like right next to where my desk is into my closet because I don't really want more stuff out into my main room area, I guess. So I put it in there and it fits. I've known that it's fit in there for probably almost a year now, but I put that in there, and then I came across the conclusion that the shelves part that I was gonna put under my bed does not in fact fit under my bed, like at all. Like there's like a good 3 to 4 inches that don't fit under that bed, so it's a bit of an issue because they're now just kind of sitting next to me, which is not what I was planning on doing, but I really can't undo all I did yesterday because that was a lot of work, and also I don't want to. So a lot of fun right there. But then I also moved the dresser that is on my right side. I have like another one. It's not used for clothes. It's used for literally everything else. So I put that on the other side, the left side, against the wall. I guess this probably makes like literally no sense with no context of any visuals, but it is now on my left side against the wall, and then I scooted my desk over to, touch the dresser, and then which is touching the wall. So it's all scooted over again and like flopped or flipped. Yep, it's flopped. Real fun. And so I just have the shelves on my right and then my dresser on my left, but real fun. So my desk is now over slightly farther, which I was planning on doing for my camera because the camera angle before where my desk was very weird and very awkward. So now if I use a camera on my computer, it's got a slightly decent background, which I plan on making, maybe like have ones with or videos with my face on it, potentially if I ever hit 1,000 subscribers. That's what I've been saying, or I've said like 3 times, but I honestly don't know because 1, that's fairly far away. 2, I'm very anxious about, my face. No particular reason. I just don't like people seeing me, like, at all. And the thought of me just suddenly making videos with my face on it is kind of scary because then I also have to get me ready because I kind of just put on whatever I want because the only thing that needs to be ready for these videos is my voice, I guess, if that makes any sense. So that's like a whole nother level of getting prepared to do voiceovers, which is fine because I don't care what I look like, but being on the internet makes it like a whole new like stress level. It's very, very strange, but not really sure. But yeah, I moved around all my furniture yesterday, so it's a bit of a mess, but I did get all of it fixed at some point yesterday, and so I had a lot of fun doing that. But apparently I wasn't supposed to do that without help, but I don't know. I could move the entire dresser by myself, so do I really need help? Not really sure. But, I'm not injured at all. There's no broken toes over here. And so I'm not really sure if I actually need help or if they just wanted me to do help because they think that I am incapable. Not sure. But I did do it all myself. And so that was pretty cool. And so now I've got the more layout that I've wanted to do. But, it's just a bit of a, chaos thing with the shelf that I now have no plan for. Okay, and I'm back. Future me, I hope that was a really good cut right there. I hope it was middle of the word. Yeah, that was eventful right there. But, I just ran out a bunch. So now I'm more out of breath than I am usually when I am on my 4th voiceover. However, moving on from, I think, moving my stuff around because I honestly don't know what I was talking about. But I also watched 6.5 hours of someone playing through the new Life is Strange thing because I started it the other day, probably like Wednesday. I really don't know. It was a bit ago. It was not that long ago though, but it wasn't yesterday. But I think it was like 11 hours and I watched it all in 2 days, but not 2 days consecutively, though they were different days. But yesterday morning, along with moving not my food, I did move food around. However, moving my furniture around, I was watching 6.5 hours of a singular person playing through this game, and I really enjoyed it, and it was really fun, and I definitely enjoyed that. However, I was doing it for so long, and so it was a very lot, and so I was exhausted by the end, and also, I was drawing part of it, like, not very long. Like, I was, like, very much so just singular thing watching this for most of the time, other than, movie stuff. But some of the time, like half of the time that I was watching it, I was just sitting here looking at my computer, which is really fun. My computer's screen time yesterday was probably really good. Really fun right there. but it was really good. I do recommend it because it was a lot of fun. But those trigger warnings that are labeled some places are very accurate. Just putting it out there, very helpful to have the trigger warnings because that it was a very much so ride right there. But it was very fun, and so look it up if you haven't seen it. Or I know everyone can't buy it. I don't buy it because that's a lot of money, and also I don't really have anywhere to put it. And so it was really good though, and so that's what I spent most of my day doing yesterday, which is pretty good because I was so exhausted all of yesterday. And so I just wanted to relax, and so that is all I did most of the time, is furniture and then watching Life is Strange. And so it was a good day, and I just relaxed, listened to music after I finished it, and so fun times. But that's what I've done this week, so I hope you enjoyed listening to the last couple of voiceovers to learn about this week. Real fun, but it is almost screenshots time, so I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you did enjoy, or if you want to see more videos like this. But I do post 4 videos a week, so you can watch another video next time. Bye!